Hello, welcome to MINExpo. We're live here at the Epiroc booth. My name is Jared Kessen. I'm the district sales manager for the Southeast in the U.S. And we'd like to take you and show you two of the machines we brought to the show. These are two of our flagship machines. This is a SmartROC T45 extra long feed, and we have a SmartROC T45-10. So we'll take you around and show you some of the features and benefits of these rigs. This is our MK2 model, which is our newest Mark II we came out with last year. Some of the benefits of this machine I'll show you when we get to the cab, but one thing I wanted to notice and show you guys was that we reduced the hoses by over 50%. We went from 6 hydraulic pumps to 5, and also went from about 70 gallons less hydraulic fluid. So a big benefit on the maintenance of this machine for everybody working on them out in the field. One thing you'll see is our sampler. This is an option that we have included with our D60s and 65s. This can give you a sample as you're drilling coming out of your dust pot. As we slowly walk around this rig, we'll show you the extra long feed. This is the newest and only rig we have in the US for the extra long feed. The standard feed is much shorter. It's 16.5 in the carousel. This one is 26 feet. And then we have a long feed in between that's 20 feet. So you'll notice you can get 183 feet max depth in drilling, and you'll also be able to drill with less rods because you have that extra footage. You'll notice with the extra long feed, we have to have the track widening kit. For those of you who are familiar with our drills, usually the tracks are inside of this. However, with the longer feed, we need the stability, so that's why we go with the track widening kit. As we get into the cab, a couple things to notice with the MK2 is we put a RCS 6 screen in here, which is touch screen for the first time, so the operator can actually touch the screen and make his changes. Also, the rear view camera will show up on that 15-inch display, which is actually bigger than it used to be. It used to be 12-inch. One of the other functions on the MK2 that wasn't on our predecessor was the auto feed fold. So now it's one button you push and the feed will actually go back into the cradle, whereas before the driller would have to do that himself and make sure, or herself, to get into the cradle. So again, just trying to optimize and make it more efficient for the driller to be able to move around quicker, drill quicker, and be more productive. As we get back to the engine and the compressor, this has a Cat C15 in it with 540 horsepower. The compressor on the 65 has 995 CFM at 435 PSI. Really, the only difference between the 65 and the 60 is the compressor. The compressor on the 60 is going to be slightly smaller at 858 and 350 PSI. This optimal hole depth for a 65 is 6.5 inch. That's why it's called a 65. On a 60, it's 6 inch. However, you can drill all the way from 4.5 up to 8.5 inch with either machine. The bigger holes, if you're going to average, it's better to go with the 65. As we come around this machine, you'll notice the 2 water tanks. That's standard on our drills. These cold weather package is not standard, but that is an option depending on your drilling environment and where you're at. A couple other things to mention on the D65 is the fuel savings. These machines are averaging around 12 gallons per hour of fuel burn, which is the industry leader by far. It's 20% better than our FlexiROCs, which directly, correlates to a lower total cost of drilling. That is all monitored on our telematics system, SmartROC, so you can see that data live. It uploads every 3 seconds, and it actually saves on there, and you can send reports to yourself. SmartROC is standard on all our SmartROCs, whether it's a downhole machine or a top hammer machine. As we jump over to the top hammer machine, this is our T45-10. This is our largest top hammer machine. We also have a T45-11, which has a little bit smaller drifter, a 2560, which is now the SC25, and a knuckle boom, whereas this one is a fixed boom, and it's got the 3060 drifter, which we'll get into a little more detail when we work our way around. The engine on this is a Cat C9. It has 340 horsepower. The air package on this is 473 CFM at 174 PSI. You can drill up to 5.5 inch on this machine with 60 millimeter steel, which we'll get into also as we come around. Again, 2 water tanks on this machine as well, just like the D65. As we get to the front of this machine, You'll notice the same hose setup. Again, we reduced the hoses 50% on this machine too. Better for the service environment and easier to take care of. As we come over here to the front of the machine, we'll go past the dust collector. And when we get to the drifter, I wanted to point out a couple things for y'all. So this is our 3660 drifter, which is our biggest drifter, 30 kilowatt. It can run T-Wiz 60 or T51 steel. 60 millimeter steel, we make our own patented thread, which is called T-Wiz. It has been designed to be able to couple and uncouple easier, so it's putting less stress on your drifter and thus giving you better life. You can also, run competitor products, but we've proven that the T-Wiz 60 is a better thread compared to the GT60. As we get to the cab of this machine, since this is our SmartROC, it has full H&S and auto drill. On the top hammer machines, that means it can drill down to depth in auto drill. On the DTH machines, the D65 we just looked at, you can actually drill the entire hole, clean it out, and pull all the rods out in automatic mode. So it makes it easier on the driller, makes it more consistent, and over the course of drilling a shot will be faster. And it's been proven in time studies. With top hammer, they're still working on getting the rattling done for auto drill, so that's why it does not have full auto drill. It just got H&S to drill down to depth. That pretty much sums up what we wanted to show you here and what we have in the booth. If you are in Las Vegas, please come visit us. We're at booth 2121 in the North Hall. If not, continue to follow us on LinkedIn for more content. We'll have some other videos throughout the day to show you. Also, we had a question come across about manuals and how to get manuals for machines. If wherever you're at, whether it's we have a service center or a dealer, if you contact them and give them your serial number, they'll be able to get the manuals for you. And please, again, if you have any questions, that's a great way to reach us. It's a good platform to shoot us a message, and we'll get back to you as quick as we possibly can. So thank you for the time, and we look forward to hearing your feedback.